Before I begin, make sure to enter the $30 giveaway, link in the description below. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hard Luck by Jeff Kinney. March, Monday. Mom's always saying that friends will come and go, but family is forever. Well, if that's true, I could be in for a rough ride. I mean, I love my family and all, but I'm just not sure we are meant to live together. Maybe it'll be better later on when we're all in different houses and only see each other on holidays, but right now things are just a little dicey. I'm surprised Mom's always pushing the family message since she and her sisters don't really get along. Maybe she thinks that if she keeps repeating it to me and my brothers, then we'll come out different. But if I was her, I wouldn't hold my breath. I think Mom is just trying to make me feel better about my situation with Riley anyway. Riley's been my best friend ever since he moved into my neighborhood, but things have really changed between us recently. And it's all because of a girl. Believe me, the last person in the world I ever thought would get a girlfriend was Riley. I always thought I'd be the one in the relationship and Riley would be the guy everyone kind of felt sorry for. Greg Jr., would you like to give a hot dog to Mr. Riley? Yes, Papa. I guess I've got to give Riley some credit for actually finding a girl who likes him. But I don't have to be happy about it. Back in the good old days, it was just me and Riley, and we hung out and did whatever we wanted. If we felt like blowing bubbles in our chocolate milk at lunch, then that's exactly what we did. Bloop, blub, blub, blub. But now that there's a girl in the picture, things are totally different. That's immature. Wherever it is, Riley is, his girlfriend Abigail is too. And even if she isn't there, it seems like she is. I invited Riley to my house for a sleepover last weekend so the two of us could spend some more time together. But after that, about 2 hours, I gave up trying to have any fun. No, you're cuter, hee hee hee. And when the two of them are in the same place, it's even worse. Ever since Riley and Abigail got together, it's like Riley doesn't even have to have his own opinions anymore. So what do you think about that new movie? Oh, we didn't care for that one. I was hoping that this would have all blown over by now and things would have got back to normal, but there's no sign of this ending anytime soon. Happy 9.5-day anniversary. If you ask me, it's already gone too far. I've started noticing little changes in Riley, like the way he combs his hair and the clothes he wears. And I guarantee you, Abigail is behind all of it. But I'm the one who's been best friends with Riley in all these years, so if anyone has the right to change him, it's me. I just don't know how you can go from being someone's best friend to getting kicked to the curb. But that's exactly what happened. During the winter, me and Riley threw up some snowballs into my freezer so we could have a snowball fight when the weather got warm. Well, yesterday was the first nice day we had in forever, but when I went over to Riley's house, he acted like he was too good for me. Sorry, we're occupied at the moment. Toss. The thing is, I can honestly say I've been nice to Abigail, but she doesn't like me. She's been trying to drive a wedge between me and Riley ever since the two of them became a couple. But whenever I try to bring the topic up to Riley, I just get the same thing every time. You're just jealous, you're just jealous. I wish I could give Riley a piece of my mind, but I can't because I'm depending on him to get me through the school year. I have Mr. Blakey for English, and he makes us turn in all our assignments in cursive. But it really hurts my hand when I try to write in cursive for too long, so I've been paying Riley 1 peanut butter cracker for every page that he transcribes for me. But I have to start writing my own assignments. The handwriting on my homework won't be the same as before, and Mr. Blakey will know. So I'm stuck with Riley, at least until I can find someone who can write exactly like him, and who also likes peanut butter crackers. But the biggest problem with this Abigail situation isn't the English homework, it's the walk to school. Me and Riley used to head in together every morning, but now Riley goes over to Abigail's neighborhood and walks to school with her. This is an issue for a couple of reasons. For one, me and Riley have a deal with when he's in charge of scouting ahead for dog poop on the sidewalk, and that arrangement has saved me a bunch of times. Scream! Whew. There's this one dog that really has it in for me and Riley, and we have to keep our guard up whenever he passes by his house. He's really this mean Rottweiler named Rebel, and he used to get out of his yard and chase us on our way to school. Rebel's owner had to install an electric fence to make sure he couldn't get loose. Now Rebel can't chase us because if he takes one step out of his yard, he'll get a shock from his collar. Beep, beep, beep. Ever since me and Riley found out about Rebel's electric collar, we've been having some fun with him. Oops, looks like I dropped my sandwich. Meow, meow. But Rebel figured out that as long as his collar doesn't cross the property line, he won't get shocked. And if I hadn't had Riley watching out for me, I definitely would have stepped on one of Rebel's landmines by now. Alert, alert. The other thing that stinks that Riley isn't walking with me because with the school year winding down, the teachers have been really loading us up with homework lately. That means I have to take all my books home with me every day. My body's not built to carry that kind of weight, but Riley is practically a pack animal, so it's no problem for him. Pan. Unfortunately, Riley is just as willing to help Abigail with her books, which makes me think the only reason she's even with him is to use him. And as Riley's good friend, I find that a little hard to take. Pan. Tuesday, I figured out a pretty good solution to my book problem. This morning I borrowed the roller bag Dad uses when he goes on trips, and carrying all my school stuff was no sweat. I was able to make a pretty good time too, but that's partially because I walked a little extra fast when I went by Mr. Sandoval's house. Before the snowstorm, Mr. Sandoval always put poles on the ground on either side of his driveway so the guy who plows the knows where the pavement is. The last time it snowed, me and Riley plucked the poles out of Mr. Sandoval's yard and started horsing around with them. And guard, yarg, click. But I guess we didn't put the sticks back in exactly the right place because when the guy came to plow Mr. Sandoval's driveway, he was off by about 10 feet. Vroom. Mr. Sandoval has been waiting for me and Riley to show our faces in front of his yard again so he can let us have it, but I'm not ready for that conversation just yet, especially not by myself. Mr. Sandoval is not the only danger between my house and school, though. Ever since they started doing construction on Grandma Street, we have to take a detour on the walk home, and that brings us right by the ones where the Mingo kids hang out. I don't actually know a whole lot about the Mingo kids. I've never seen any of them in school, so for all I know, they just live in the woods like a pack of wild animals. I'm not even sure if there are any parents or grown-ups in the whole Mingo clan. I've heard their leader is this boy named Meckley, who always wears a tank top and a belt with a gigantic metal buckle on it. Meckley Mingo. One time me and Riley got too close to the woods and one of the Mingo kids came out to let us know. You come near our woods again, Meckley's gonna get you. I'm still not exactly sure what he meant by that, but if Meckley's belt buckle was going to be involved in any way, I didn't want to stick around to find out. Now that I'm walking home on my own, I have to cross the other side of the street where I got near the Mingo's woods. It wouldn't be a big deal except there's no sidewalk over there, and it can't be good for Dad's roller bag. Bump. Mom's noticed I haven't been hanging out with Riley lately. She said I shouldn't be too worked up over it because most friendships from childhood don't last and that me and Riley will probably grow apart over the years anyway. Well, I hope that's not true because I think it's important for me to keep my childhood friends so that later on someone can appreciate how far I've come. Beautiful day, Mr. Heffley. Why, I suppose it is. Yes, I suppose it is. I'm not so sure Mom's qualified to give me friendship advice anyway because guy friendships are totally different from girl friendships. And I know that because I read almost every single book in the Slumber Party Tales series. The Slumber Party Tales, Teamwork, The Slumber Party Tales, Boyfriend Trouble, The Slumber Party Tales, Best Frenemies. Before you judge me and say those books are for girls, let me explain the only reason I got into them was because one time I forgot to bring a book in for silent reading, and the only books the teacher had were in the Summer Party Tale series. And once you've read one of them, you can't stop. There must be something like 100 books in that series. The first 30 or so were pretty good, but after that I think the author started running out of ideas. The Summer Party Tales, 87. Lindsay loses a mitten. Anyway, in the Slumber Party Tales books, these two friends are always getting into these fights with each other about little stuff. You used up all my purple lip gloss because you knew I wanted to wear it to the roller rink. Well, you only wanted to wear it because you knew Justin would be there. But after a while, things would cool down and the girls learned the true meaning of friendship. I'm sorry I used up all your lip gloss, and I'm sorry I kissed Justin at the roller rink. Wait, what? And that's basically the plot of every single book in the Summer Party Tales series. Well, that might be a way things work for girls, but I can tell you firsthand that it's not the way it works for boys. For boys, things are just a lot less complicated. For example, let's just say one guy breaks something that belongs to another guy, but it's totally an accident. Well, 5 seconds later, everybody's moved on and things are pretty much back to normal. We can also just watch TV at my house. I don't know if that means guys are less sophisticated than girls or whatever, but I do know that the way we do things sure saves a lot of time and energy. Friday. I hate to say it, but Mom's prediction about me and Riley is starting to come true. Ever since Riley Abigail and Riley got together, Abigail has been sitting at our lunch table, which is all boys. I already mentioned that she's not a fan of the chocolate milk bubble blowing thing, but there's a whole lot of other stuff that she doesn't like either. One of them is the 5-second rule. All the guys at our table agree that if you drop a piece of food on the floor, as long as you pick it up within 5 seconds, it's still okay to eat. Oops, 5-second rule. A new twist came up with recently is that you can grab a piece of food off the floor even if you're not the one who actually dropped it. I've lost 2 chocolate chip cookies and a fudgicle that way already. 5-second rule. This new rule has caused some other problems though. Yesterday, Freddie Harlahan ate a piece of ham off the floor because he thought Carl Dumbass dropped it, but it was actually there from the group that had lunch before us. It might have been there from before that because Freddie started to feel sick and ended up in the nurse's office for the rest of the day. 5-second rule, chump. Something tells me that they don't have the 5-second rule at the table Abigail used to sit at, or probably one of any of the other girls' tables either. Another thing I'll bet they don't have is French Fry Fridays.